friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another one of my favorite types of videos, and it is my quarterly Boxycharm review.
Work, 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 work. To me, I be work, 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 work. See me do me dirt, 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 dirt. So me better work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. I'm in the car.
Guys, I love doing these types of videos for you. What this is I go through all of my Boxycharm products for the past quarter to let you know what do I think of them now? We're in a different season, I'm trying different things, and I've had longer time to try these products in comparison to some other things. I always tell you guys what other people are saying online, kind of give you my ideas, but this is more in-depth. At the end of this video, you're going to see a highly requested fast eye look. So many of you in a previous video said you loved this orange and yellow with a blue underline smoked out look. So I did a very fast tutorial for you at the end of this video. If you are new to my channel, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, a lot of times about Boxycharm, weird videos I do every single week. January was Rock 2018, and we got some products that were pretty redeeming from the December box because we were kind of left on a sour note in 2017. So the goodies that we got in January, I have had plenty of time to put to the test. So let's talk about them. The first thing that I'm going to be discussing is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizing Primer. I got this and I was kind of concerned. I know myself and some of you guys have oilier skin or combo, sometimes oily in the summer, you know. But some of you guys have dry skin, so you're really looking forward to this. I tried this several days in a row and then I took a break from it and then I went back to it because I wanted to see how it did long term, but I also wanted to see how my skin did if I took a break from it and went back to it. So originally I had told you guys I liked it well enough, but in the afternoons I would start to get shiny on my forehead. Usually the way my face goes is halfway through the day I start to get a little shiny even in the winter months. Summertime I'm like drenched. The first few days I never really noticed extra shininess, but it was after continuous wear that I started to see that. So I took a break from it, tried some other things, drugstore, other stuff, and then I went back to this very recently. And again, I was using it for multiple days in a row because one day on a standalone did great. But I can tell you, multiple days of use, I'm starting to break out in areas I don't generally break out. If I'm gonna break out, it's gonna be in a very consistent spot for me. So the only thing that I noticed that I was doing differently was reapplying this again. It's not a bad product. I think it does really well, even if you do have oily skin, because like I said, I was just mindful of where I put it. If I was using it more than one day, I would just stop putting it on my forehead and I use something else. Although that makes you kind of needy on your face, doesn't it? Because you haven't even done anything else yet, you're just applying a primer. So tell us below, do you have dry skin or oily skin, and can you use this on a daily basis, or is it like one of those things where you can only use it here and there? I recently spoke about this next product in a Would You Rather with Boxycharm, and this is my Galactic Beauty Matte Lip Paint. I really like this. I have compared this to other things in my collection and I love the color for spring now. January, I really liked it, but I was like, wow, this is gonna be gorgeous once the weather decides to warm up a bit. I really think this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I like that it's not too matte where it makes my lips, you know, that butthole grossness. Yeah, no one likes to say it, but it's true. I really like this. I like the smell. Like a pastry. Okay, one of the other products that we got that, I'll be honest, I 110% forgot we got this. And when I was looking through all my makeup the other day, trying to remember like, okay, what am I gonna have to review soon? I was like, oh shit, we got an IT Cosmetics brow pencil and I don't even remember it? Like, do I have makeup amnesia? What happened? What world am I in? How do I forget about makeup? I mean, I remind you guys about makeup we got. How did that happen? That's not a good sign, right? This is the IT Brow Power, and it is a dual-ended pencil, kind of like my favorite Winky Lux. It has more of an oval tip to it, not a triangular shape that I like with my Winky Lux pencil, but this is still pretty good. It is kind of lighter though. With my Winky Lux, I can kind of build it up to achieve a deeper brow look, whereas with this one, it takes a lot longer. So again, I kind of hope that once it's actually summer, and I'm probably going to lighten my hair up a little bit then, and it naturally happens anyway when I'm outside more, that I can reach for this more, but it's not a bad pencil. I know that it lasts most of the day, although when I was first trying it, I had like some patchiness in my brows, which was a little, you know, no one wants to have a bald spot in their eyebrow. This doesn't expire for 24 months, so if you forgot about this like I did, you still have plenty of time to rediscover it. And if it was too light for you, maybe in the next month or two, start pulling this out to try it again, because again, as seasons change, our skin changes, our hair color tends to change. So you never know, this could work for you. It wasn't bad. It was just something that I'm like, I don't reach for this as much as I reach for some other things. Okay, these last two products were like the showstoppers, weren't they? Let's talk about the Glam Metals Crown palette we got. Has a guitar mirror that's honestly, let's call it what it is, useless, and all of these metallic shades here. I think these are really great shadows. That being said, I hardly touch this little baby. The pan you're seeing over here in the black metal shade is because it kind of dropped and broke a little bit. I'm sorry. It's not bad. These two shades look so identical. I forget about these two, even though, yeah, this one's more silver, this one's more blue. This is really cool, and I do like this palette, and I used it a bit when I got it. It's just, I don't know what, it's not an everyday eye look for me. Like when I'm going to concerts, and I do love concerts and things like that, which is, you know, Glam Metals rock. It's kind of, I think, where they were going with this theme. I could see how that would have a place. But even in my daily life though, or when I go to concerts, I do gravitate to more warm tones. And I don't know, with it being all metallics and like there's not really a matte shade in here, you have to pair it with something else. For me, this gets lost in my collection, to be honest. The shadows are good though. Like, I didn't hate on the shadows. It's just this presentation doesn't give me any makeup boners. It doesn't excite me at all. So I have to go out of my way to use a palette like this. So that does make me curious if in one of my upcoming declutters, if you're gonna see it in there. Not because it's bad, but because I'm not using it, and therefore if I'm not using it, you guys know it's a waste for me. What's the point then? I'd rather give it to someone that I think could use it. The last product that we got for that month was something I've talked about a lot, so clearly you know I love it for various reasons. But this is the Pure Bronze and Brighten palette. This little baby is amazing for so many things. We've got a blush that I'm wearing today. It's like that corally peachy tone. Highlighter that I'm wearing today on my shoulders and on my collarbones. And the bronzer. A lot of people in the beginning were like, what the hell do I do with that? And then I showed you guys how I use it to warm up the body because, you know, winter sucks. And it becomes a nice little natural looking tan. And I'm now starting to wear it on my face. I'm wearing it today as a bronzer and I'm really enjoying it. This is something that I have been using consistently since January. I don't know if I can say that about everything in the January box, but this one I absolutely can. And when I knew we were getting it from a spoiler, I was kind of like, oh, that's cool. Don't know if I'll reach for that all the time, but that's cool. I'll try it. Love this. That's kind of why you never know when you get what's in your box. You may think in the beginning, it's okay. But once you start actively using it, it could become a holy grail staple in your morning routine. This has absolutely become that for me and I love it. Do you guys still love it and do you reach for it? February was Galaxy Glow and a lot of us were excited or pissed. There was really no in between. And I showed you guys that in my video when I was reading through all of those comments. Let's start with the palette that started all that drama online, and it is the Naked Cosmetics highlighter palette. Now at this point, I think we've had some distance in between the days that we're not as stressed about it as we were. The other option on this was an empty eyeshadow palette with one blush in it. So many people were pissed because the values were clearly different and a lot of people wanted more of a highlight palette than a single blush for various reasons. But some of you guys were like, I wanted the empty palette. I did. So, you know, different strokes, different folks. This is something I do still reach for and I use it in my eye looks. Do I gravitate to it every single day? No. I mean, let's be serious. These little cosmic-y shades are super fun for music festivals, for going out in the summer when you're going to do stuff. But right now in my day-to-day, I'm going to the office, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm doing all the adulting that the world makes you do. I only use this sparingly. The Cover FX Shimmer Veil was something I was really excited to get, and I think a lot of people were as well. Now this has had some mixed reviews, so now that we've had some time to try it and process it, I'm curious what you guys think about this. Have you never touched it again? Or are you really excited about it because now we're finally in the seasons where we start pulling this out even more? This for me is something I have tried and retried because some of you told me it like crusted off your eyes and I was like, what the hell? I gotta see if this happens to me. So far it has not happened to me. It could be the way I apply it. I'm not sure how everybody applied it, but occasionally what I will do is just dip it directly on my eye and then fan it out with a finger or a brush. I did one day layer it 2 or 3 times because I was blending too much, and that day it didn't look its best. So I almost feel like this is kind of just a topper for the eyes where you kind of just want to do it one and done. I've still yet to wear this on my face though, because again, I work at an office where I don't need to look like a total alien all the time. Or my lips, because does anybody wear this on their lips? Somebody in the comments in the reviews I was looking up said they wanted to wear it on their lips. I don't know how I would feel about that. But I also don't really gravitate to more of a liquid highlighter on my face. So I think that's also why I've not tried it, but it's also very purpley and I've not really had an event to go to where I wanted a purple highlight on my face. I have used this as a body highlighter, just kind of like dabbing it right here on the collarbones, and that's pretty zhuzhy and I kind of like that. Tell me what you guys think. Did you already declutter it? Do you use it every day, every other, sometimes? Tell us. All right, I'm just gonna talk about this one and get it over with because I still hate it. I hated it then, I hated it now, and so many of you said you hated it. Vintage Eyeliner by Jessica Lebiskind. I tried this little sucker under the eyes, on the eyes, and smoking it out. For me, I don't know if it's, do I have oily eyelids that are like, am I like a Shih Tzu? Do my eyes just water all day? I don't think they do, but honestly, this pencil, not my favorite. It just gets too messy throughout the day. Like I'll halfway be through my day and I'll be like, oh, I've done pretty good today. This isn't too bad. And then I'll go to the restroom, wash my hands, and then it's like gathered right here in the outer corner of my eye. So I don't know if I just have fickly skin and it doesn't like this, but I think this is gonna be in a declutter video very soon for me. All right, I'm gonna disagree with the packaging on this and the claims for sure, but it's not a bad product. Let's talk about the Sugar and Lemon Moisturizing Lip Buffer. Now this little baby I have used a few times and I haven't reached for it all the time because it dries my lips out. It claims that it is a moisturizing lip buffer, and then in like parentheses below it's like exfoliant hydrant. Well, what are we talking about here? This exfoliates my lips for sure, and it has like a lemon bubblegum scent to it, so I'm always like super intrigued by it. It's lemon bubblegum. Like who's got that combination? This. Makes me want to chew some Hubba Bubba right now. It just dries out my lips. I've tried it at the end of my days. I've tried it first thing in the morning and it dries out my lips. There is no moisturizing to it. On those winter days when you were like really like struggling with your lips, this was probably a good thing, but I would not use this frequently and I haven't for that reason. And the crown brushes. These were the last little gifties that I got in my box, and I do like these well enough. I can tell you for the most part, I don't really reach for this one too much. This is like the middle brush that you could, they say you could use for like contour or bronzer, but for me, I don't like the shape of it too much. But I've used it for just like here and there things, like maybe dabbing under the eyes or something. But these two are the standouts for me. This is more of a powder brush, and this I have used, I told you in a recent video, to contour down my nose, kind of buff things out a bit. I like this for that a lot. For me, this is not a good eyeshadow brush just because of the length of it and the thickness of it, but it works really well for defining the nose God forgot to give me. And I like this powder brush. I've used this as a bronzer brush for my body and face, as well as a powder brush, and I like this. Vacation. We're now on vacation. In vacation, we had some interesting things to talk about. Let's jump into these. The South Main 3 gel eye packs. Love these. I took your guys' advice. I popped them in the fridge. I am down to 1, and I know I'm supposed to use them like 3 days consecutively, but 1, I don't need to do that with my skin regimen just yet. But 2, I didn't want to lose these yet for days that I really wanted them. I'm down to 1, but I really like these. They did not break me out. They didn't give me any sass to my skin, but I know some people said they were too sensitive to use these. So again, be cautious if you've not used them, but I do recommend popping them in the fridge or freezer for like just a little bit before you apply them. I just love the feel of it afterwards. It was great. So many of you guys were surprised that I said I was gonna keep trying this, and I'm still not sold that I'm not going to declutter it in the future after more uses, but let me tell you what it is. It is the Pretty Vulgar Barbie Pink blush that when I saw it on camera, I was like, why, God, why? Prim Vixen is the name of this shade, and okay, first of all, it's super soft, super smooth, crazy Barbie pink, and I was like, fudge, what am I going to do with this? The only way I have found I can use it is to literally dap into it, maybe once or twice, kick it off, start here and circular motion it back. Oh, but again, use the back of your brush because otherwise it's gonna go crazy. But it's not my favorite blush. First of all, if you are new here, you may not know this. I'm not a huge blush girl. So this could be in a declutter video soon, not because I can't make it work, but because I already get so many blushes from Boxycharm that I like better than this, that I'm like, I've had more time to use it, longer than a week, and I still don't always want to reach for it. I like the Pure blush better. There's a few other things that I have in my collection, an e.l.f. one. It's not bad though. This is very intimidating when you see it just like this. I tried to make this work. I know a couple of you said you liked it. I wish I did. I wish I could figure it out, but this damn double-decker lashes is like the anti-mascara to my eyelashes. Like, why does it pull mascara off my eyes? What? For me, I don't know if it is the goopy ass applicator. I don't know if it is just the formula. It gets all over my eyes. It gets up here. It gets down there. It doesn't separate and elongate. It just kind of ends up clumping them, but in a weird pattern, not like it's intentionally trying to make them look thicker. I don't know. I don't like this. I had to go out after I got this because I was like, oh good, I don't need to go buy something. I know we're getting a mascara. And then I got this out of the 5 different options that were coming to us, and I was kind of like, ah, shit, but I'll try it. 2 or 3 days in of just using this, I had to run to the drugstore right after work one day just to try to find something. I found more fails. Check out my monthly faves and fails coming soon. But I've been struggling with mascaras now for at least a little bit since we got that Tarte one from Boxy. Nothing is compared, and I'm cranky about this mascara. I just am. I don't like it. The brushes that we got to go along with the palette aren't my favorite, but they're not bad. I actually used this one today in the eye look you're going to see me do at the end of this video, and it is step 1 for the money. I was good. This is a good packing brush for the lid, and occasionally I do like to use step 3 underneath here to kind of like blend and marry stuff. But are these my favorite brushes? No, but I'm starting to implement them more into my morning routines when I'm trying things from my Luxie brushes, because I'm so addicted to my Luxie brushes. I was like, I need to give these more of an opportunity. The last thing that we got last month for vacation, the one who I think inspired the name Vacation, is the Boxycharm Pure Collab. Look at that mirror. Love that. I love a good mirror because then I can travel with this. I like that the packaging is cardboard. Again, great for travel. I recently did a comparison asking you guys if you thought this was a dupe for the Jekyll and Hyde palette, because so many of you in my comments were like, is it? Is it? It looks kind of like it. Mostly no. There are some pieces in here that you can compare to the Jekyll and Hyde palette, but not much. The formula is so hit or miss on this. I love the look of this. I love the shades of it. These 3 peachy, pinky shades, you guys know, speak to my summer soul. Obsessed. I also really like that there's so many pops of color. Right now I think like this is the trend. Everything has to have a pop of blue in it in order to sell. So I get it, I like it. I'm wearing blue under my eyes today. I do dip into this while I'm dipping into other palettes. They could be the other Pure palette we got, they could be the Jekyll and Hyde palette, ColourPop, so many things. I do dip into this, but I cannot use this on a daily basis religiously by itself. For me, and the way I do my makeup, maybe it's my technique, maybe it's the brushes, I can't use all of these as well, and I don't like to. Charmer gave me the finger so many times, I was like, seriously? Seriously. Some of these other shades though are beautiful and they build well, and it just takes some time when you're working with this palette. And some days I have time in the morning before I go to work to put some shit together. But there are also days where if I work out first thing in the morning, I need a shower, I need to get my hair done, I need to have my coffee. Some days I don't have time for you. I'm sorry, I don't. But I can make it work, and I do love the layout of this. It looks great, but it's not my favorite palette. It's definitely not. Long story short, still good, not my favorite. Guys, this is 3 months worth of makeup. I hang on to all of this for you and retry it for you because I want to give you more in-depth views on the makeup that we get and what I think of it. I'm so happy that Boxycharm came into my life because really, we get some quality pieces that I rarely have to shop. That saves my pocketbook and my marriage because my husband does not have to see a monthly Sephora Ulta bill. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. Tell me what you guys thought about these products. I know sometimes you get a this or that situation, so you may have gotten other things. Tell me about some of the stuff I did not get, and if you still like it and use it. I'm always so curious about the stuff that got away from me that I never got to get, because I'm curious, would it be a favorite? Would I have tossed it? Tell me below if there's stuff that I have not gotten that you guys love. Tell me, I need to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see this eye tutorial at the end of this video, it's super quick, super fast. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.